How's it going, Pastor Brock?
Good. I can see you. Hey, you guys aren't doing too well over there, are you? Fortunately, you guys already had COVID.
We're immune now.
So you got to use it, huh?
Yeah.
The one over Anthony looks like he's kind of a little bit hungry, Anthony. Better watch it.
My disappearing cloak.
And then the one next to him looks like a wraith. Did you ever watch Atlantis? Stargate Atlantis?
Oh yeah.
That one looks like the wraith. One wraith. Yeah.
They're pretty scary.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good, you know. So that's Idaho. Those are survivalists, you know.
So how are you? What's fresh?
Oh, I've been working this morning on seeing if we can put together a mailer to go out before Easter. So that's like within the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then also been working on seeing if I can get some contracts for a new sign. So I haven't heard back from the sign companies, but I've heard back from 2 of the mailing companies. So I was thinking about sending out 5,000 mailers.
Word.
Cool.
So, you know, hopefully, I'm pretty sure we can have some of our videos on our website and finish up most of the stuff on there by the time it comes out about a week before Easter. That'd be in the next couple weeks, you know. Yeah, I think we can pretty much do that because you've got it up and running and everything.
Mhm.
Have our Facebook and have our live stream and all that stuff going before the mailer gets out. So
I just started the Facebook page today and added the logo and just some of the information.
cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
Just added you, Amber, Josh, and I think that's everybody so far. And as admins on the page, or
Oh, that's great. That's great.
yeah, it is admin.
So you can just send those that password and stuff to us, right? Or do we have to use the password when we do admin on it?
Next to all of our personal accounts.
What was that, Brock?
Do we have to use the admin password when we change or do stuff to it, or?
So all of the personal like personal Facebook accounts that are attached to the page,
Uh-huh.
it's just their own personal password.
So we can. Okay.
I'll show you my screen so you can see where to find it. So when you're on your Facebook, I have the black background, but this is what it looks like basically. You're going to see your pages on the left.
Yeah.
Shortcuts. There's shortcuts on the bottom left, and that will lead you to your admin. But first, you're going to want to check your notifications because Anthony
Right.
wanted me to be an admin for Journey of Hope.
So just type in Journey of Hope. Is it Journey of Hope?
Don't type in Journey of Hope. Go to your top right where it says notifications.
Or
And
of my Facebook?
on your Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
That Anthony invited you to be an admin for Journey of Hope.
Okay.
And then once you've done that, you'll see it on the left side there where it says your shortcuts, or if you go to where it says pages, it'll bring you there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just go to my Facebook and I can become an admin from there, from my Facebook account.
Yeah.
It's linked to my Facebook account.
Exactly. You figured, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So there's myself and Amber and Josh, right? Okay. Good. That sounds good. Okay. Do you want to get started on some of the stuff that I wrote down here?
Yeah. So
I have
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, here's some of the stuff that I wrote down for the web page. A lot of it is. And I've got this written down, and I've got it in a Word file. So if you want me to send that to you after we talk about it, I can do that.
Be awesome.
Yeah, if you want to just drop that into Google Drive.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. It's under website changes, additions. In fact, let me see. I'll hit share screen and I'll go to the, you should probably enable my share screening so I can go to the page.
Go right ahead.
Okay. That might be it right there. There it is. Okay, here's some of this stuff. We talked about this before. We don't have the videos, but I was thinking that we would entitle the videos "My Journey of Hope." So let's say that Amber has a video on there. It could be "My Journey of Hope for Healing." Josh might say "My Journey of Hope, Recovery from Divorce," or whatever the topic is. I don't know if that'll work or not. Or should we just say "My Journey of Hope"? Can we put a title on it so it's specific?
I think the more specific, the better. So that's a perfect way to go about it. It has the church name as for the keyword for SEO, so it'll start to point back to the website and back to the church each time, and then also it's like a specific thing, and it's what the audio will pick up in the algorithm of like what the content is. So
Okay, so if Amber entitles her video "My Journey of Hope for Healing," would that be underneath it maybe or something, or
It could just be the title of the video.
the title of the video? Okay. So we would have one of those featured on the front page, and then when they go to it, which I would imagine it would go to the Finding Healing in Jesus place, maybe.
Okay.
It would go there, but you'd have one on the front page that you could play, and then there would be a link, and maybe a link that could go to the other one, and they could listen to the other ones if they wanted to.
Definitely.
yeah,
So that's what I was thinking. And is there a way to have it automatically change that out every once in a while, like every day or so?
Yeah, there's two options. You have a playlist on YouTube that we can create that it will just automatically play through whatever we add in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there's the option at the end of each video, it'll give you an option like if you can see my screen, it'll like have a square right here at the end of the video that watch the next video or subscribe to Journey of Hope, and it'll have the logo pop up.
Okay, yeah, you guys could do that kind of stuff, but my idea was that it wouldn't always have the same video on there. We'd have 2 or 3 that it would kind of shift off from. And and we still have to record those videos, but what I'm thinking is that I was thinking about doing my kind of an intro video to the church that they could go to if they wanted to under who we are.
Okay.
I would have a video in there kind of introducing people to church. And I was thinking about taking my phone and doing a video while I'm like walking on a path so that I can talk about the journey of hope that we're on, sometimes pan the scenery or whatever, and make it like a little more informal.
That's cool.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so that's what I was thinking. Like I'm just walking along and I'm just talking to the people.
Yeah.
And Amber and Josh might do that too. Kind of, I got that kind of that idea of doing that from his name was Bell. You may not have heard of him. Rob Bell.
Rob Bell. I have
Yeah.
heard. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, he used to do that kind of stuff all the time. He made a lot of DVDs and stuff, and it was just like he was walking along talking with the people, and it kind of connected. But so I could maybe just do that video, and when I had it the way I wanted, how would I get that to you? It would be on my phone.
Way you can put it on your Google Drive from your phone.
Okay.
And from there we can download it, and add a little bit of background music, and even, frame it in a way that makes it look a little bit more fitting for the website and stuff like that. Canva has that video
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Like it doesn't matter whether you do it horizontally or vertically. Either way, we can put it into a horizontal video. So don't.
Okay, now the other possibility would be, I mean, I'll have to figure out, I think I have a place for Google Drive on my phone. I'll have to learn how to do that link right there.
Okay. If you want to just look it up, you just go to your apps on your phone. If you have an app store, what kind of phone is it again?
It's a Galaxy phone. It's a A51 or something like that.
Okay.
It's fairly new phone. It's brand new phone, I mean. So there's a Google Drive app on my phone right here. Drive.
Oh. Google Drive.
It just says, it's in the Google section where all the Google stuff is, and it says Drive.
Cool. Perfect.
So I could just go to that, and would I have to type in a code or something to get to it?
It'll ask you to sign in to your Gmail.
To my Google Drive?
Yeah, for your Google Drive, it's the sign in is your Gmail. So
Okay, all right. So I can just go to that, and then I can attach it from my phone to that.
Yeah. Also, another way is when you go to share the file, the document or the file, just like you can send an email or share it in a text, you can also share it into a Google Drive folder the same way. So it's usually an option under the share menu.
If I just forwarded that to you, is the resolution going to be high enough, or do I need to save it to Google Drive from my phone?
it'll do it automatically, actually, which is kind of cool. If you tried to email it to me as a video file,
Yeah.
first attach it as a Google Drive link. So it would download onto Google Drive first, and then it would send it to me. That's a great way of going about it. So either way.
Yeah, if it's easier to email us files, that's perfectly fine. The main thing is it's just easier to keep everything organized, and
On Google Drive.
everybody has access to.
Yeah, that's where you're organizing everything. Okay.
But either way,
I'll try to just send it to you put it on my Google Drive, And I forgot how to put stuff into my Google Drive. I was having trouble with my video Sunday being able to. The video editor would not save it in a form that I could use. It was doing it as a backup form. I couldn't. It wasn't saving as an MP4, and I know I did it before, but it was just kind of. I don't know. I wasn't able to get it to save it. I'm thinking about maybe just uploading they have a couple free editors online, uploading a video editor and using a different video editor instead of the one that's in Microsoft. So,
What's beautiful about live streaming once we get that up and running is that there's no editing involved.
Right.
For downloading and uploading, it's just
probably after this week it won't matter.
Yeah.
Because if we get our live streaming going, it'll just automatically go into Facebook and YouTube. And what I'll do too is I'm instructing them not to, like I talked to you about this before, not to film the announcements, just start it with worship.
Cool.
Because sometimes the announcements might not be appropriate for anybody that might be looking at it. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about that stuff?
Let's look here. So video testimony. I think, that it's exciting I'll just encourage Amber and Josh to do the hike and take the video. That's what I do with our artists as well, is hey, call me if you need encouragement during that moment when you are feeling like whatever you feel when it comes down to procrastinating to do that thing. Sometimes you just need the energy of someone else there with you to be able to do it,
Yeah.
So it's great. Just I'll encourage them, and I encourage you, just use Google Calendar. This is the way I push myself to do things. I'll schedule myself time to go call my mom, or schedule myself time to take a nap, or like to go for a walk or whatever, you know. So if you want to like schedule 20 minutes for yourself to go do 3 takes while you're on a walk, do that. You know, maybe we right now what we could do is actually schedule time for you, Pastor Brock, to just maybe tomorrow for 20 minutes go for a walk, and just attempt the first take to see if you can feel it out. And it might be.
Yeah, well, I am meeting with them tomorrow. I meet every Wednesday with them. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, I could talk to them and see if we could, who knows, maybe we could all 3 do it at the same time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, take our phones out and do our videos.
Go walk next to the church and even have that in the background and everything. And
Yeah, well, I was thinking about doing it at Amber's house.
cool. There's a lot of nature.
Yeah, there's trails out there and stuff, and you can see Post Falls from there.
Cool.
They're being interviewed right today this afternoon, so I'll talk to them about it, about getting it done. We can make an appointment to get it done, probably. You know, they have to kind of write a few notes and outline what they want to say, but they should be pretty good just about doing it. It shouldn't be too hard for them. So, so when we direct people to the Facebook site, it'll just be called Journey of Hope. If they did a search, it might come up. They put Journey of Hope Post Falls, maybe.
Yeah, I'll actually make the at name at username Journey of Hope Post Falls.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I can send a URL for YouTube people, and they can subscribe, and that way it's on their YouTube. When they go to YouTube, it's on the left. It's one of their channels they subscribe to.
Yeah.
But when you just go in, it's hard to find. It's really hard to find our worship services on there. I'm wondering, can you change it to Journey of Hope Post Falls for our channel, or is that set already?
I can change it. I think just changing the title of a couple of the videos to that would already cause it to rank on.
Or put Journey of Hope and put Post Falls in the description. Would that help it too?
That would also boost it. Yeah. I'll do some SEO right now actually, and try to get it on the first page for Journey of Hope.
Yeah, whatever we need to do, because when I look, I can't find it. But I know that with Modesto FMC, it was Modesto FMC, and it was about the only thing that had that on it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind calling it Journey of Hope Post Falls, because then probably they would specifically be able to get to it all the time.
It's a really interesting subject because, like a restaurant that we're about to work with right now, their website is seasonsofcda.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Seasons is used for so many different restaurant styles, like pizzas and all sorts of different restaurants use that name.
Right.
It sort of makes sense for them to do that for location and whatnot and niching. But when it comes to branding, I think that it just doesn't suit the business to have the city name in your business name, you know? So I think that for branding's sake, and it's going to be extremely easy. That's the thing. This is going to take faith for you to understand this part of it. But like for the algorithm to catch on to all the words we're using, and the algorithm to hold on to the videos and rank them higher, and hold on to your website name and rank it higher, we just need to be posting every single day. So instead of once a week or anything like that, like we should stick with the same name. And then I think, this is my opinion, but if you want to do this, we're here for you. It's your idea. It's your baby. You know what I mean? But
well, let's try it the way you're saying for a while. I think the people in the church, if I send them a URL and they subscribe to the channel, they'll be able to find it. But the fact of the matter is once we get our live stream up, they're going to go to our Facebook page to look at the worship.
Mm-hmm.
That's because it needs to be, the worship needs to be on the front of the face, come up on the front of the Facebook page, because that's mainly what they're going to be going to our Facebook page is for the worship service. Initially anyway, you know. So
All right.
it's probably not going to be an issue, you know.
If you've been given any of the information, either because we haven't put those links in your hand, you know. So let me text you and email you and Facebook message you the YouTube and the Facebook links.
Yeah, I think I have the URL for YouTube for the channel.
Okay. Let me just send it to you in all three ways.
Because I know Gene found it and sent it to me, and so I can send that URL to people that want to go to our YouTube. But probably what I'm going to be doing actually is this week, if we get the Facebook up, I'm going to be trying to publicize that, the live streaming. That's
okay. Now we're the top video. Like we can find the church YouTube by typing in Journey of Hope Post Falls. We're the top search for that.
And it's actually, I typed in Journey of Hope, and it's the third search for just Journey of Hope.
And that also might be because you've interacted with the content, which is something to consider. That was interesting.
Welcome to Journey. Did you make your own intro video?
I don't think they have that option with repurpose.
This is me right there playing.
Journey of Hope. We're so excited to have.
Oh, you're looking at the worship service, right?
Yeah.
That one where you put the moon on, it doesn't really have anything there. It kind of just held our place a little bit. Does that need to be on there? The one that has the moon and stuff? It's one of the videos on there. It's the first one you put on there.
Yeah, what about it?
It has Psalms or something on there.
What about the video?
Yeah, it doesn't, I'm not sure that it really relates to what we're doing or anything. I mean, I think it has a logo on it, but the first one that you put on there to kind of put a video on YouTube.
Yeah, okay. I'll make that private.
Yeah, I don't know that we need that on there, but in fact, I don't think we need our logo. We just need our worship services on there probably, and the testimony or whatever in YouTube.
Maybe. I guess we don't need comedy videos either, but it would be really, really useful to have your comedy on there and a whole series.
Yeah. I'm not going to probably put my COVID comedy on there because some people are a little sensitive about that.
Okay. Respect. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine for me, but I don't know that I probably should put something else on there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a separate channel that still connects back to the church social medias or website for videos that or content that might be.
Yeah, we're going to need to produce maybe have some comedy stuff. Like you said, my kids messages, of course, that could be under kids could be under a community in our website. It could be under kids.
Mm-hmm.
Once Josh needs to get a page on that where he talks about youth and kids ministries. We have to do that too. We have some work to do for you guys. The contact, I tried to test it. Stan tested about 3 weeks ago, the place where you do a contact. Okay. I tried to test it today, but I haven't gotten any emails or any contact from that.
Got you. Okay, I'll set that up right now, and I'll send a test email, and we'll see if you get it.
Yeah, I don't mind it going to my email or going to my what you have on there is fine. We can leave my phone number and my email. I don't mind them contacting me.
Okay.
I'm not going to get overwhelmed probably by the number of contacts. There might not be too many actually. Someone might ask a question about our church after we do the mailing. I don't know, but And then we have our logo, so you guys could put that a little bit bigger somewhere on that. It's on the bottom bigger, but maybe it should be towards the top, our logo somewhere. I don't know if you can put it on that picture. It's a really nice picture, the top one on the top.
Are you
I don't
talking?
know if you can put it on that or not.
I think on the website. Yeah, I think we can. I just want to make sure it.
Oh, we can for sure.
It looks nice wherever you put it.
Yeah,
you want to just send this?
because it also functions as a home button, so I just want to make sure that that'll work still too.
Oh, he's just talking about somewhere down here, right? The bottom right.
I think above. You said above the YouTube icon.
It could go there.
Okay.
Yeah. And just check to make sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if the YouTube. I haven't checked everything out.
It does work. I just checked. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll also
We'll
connect.
have a Facebook icon down there too, right? Eventually.
Yeah, in like 30 seconds we'll have that.
Yeah. Wow.
Facebook. Got it.
Okay.
You know what? I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover. Mainly, we need to get our butts in gear and get you guys some content for those videos. Get you guys some stuff,
Exciting for sure. It's gonna be.
Yeah. Under community, we'll want to have, probably Josh and Amber both will want to have some kind of page, their picture, and talk about their ministries. Because Amber's with worship and evangelism, and Josh is with Christian education. And we might want to put something. We may want to, underneath the community, we're going to have a list of the different ministries we have and the different things that we do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where their pages should be. Definitely Christian education should probably be under our community, because that's our ministries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk with them about that tomorrow. We'll focus on that a bit tomorrow, about the website together when I meet with them at noon.
Cool. You want to send this to me? I can maybe put it in as like a transparent thing that kind of just pops out in the water or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I don't think it'll be a video still. Oh, with Canva, you can do that. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna test this real quick.
Anyway, I did get a copy of the video from Sunday where I have the mount on the wall, and it's much better because it's up high enough that you don't see so many people. And also I can put my pulpit, and I ordered something else besides that pulpit. I have like a nice wooden music stand thing I might start using. But I can put it up on the stage, and it still shows the screen, and they can go in closer, and then I can do the kids' message down in front, and it shows me with the kids. So the mount for the live streaming is a lot better. We're thinking about getting a drum screen, because the drums, it's hard to balance the sound in that little room because the drums are usually too loud.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to kind of go to that right away rather than using electronic drums, because drummers usually don't like playing electronic drums.
Sounds like a personal problem to me. I say that to drummers all the time. I say it sounds like a personal problem, man.
Yeah, they don't like electronic drums, but it's hard to balance them.
Yeah.
If you're going to do recording, it's really hard to balance the drums with the rest of the instruments. I don't know that we're going to have a cage that goes all the way to the wall, but I might buy a plexiglass screen just to cut a little bit down on the noise that comes out, because we're doing a live recording off the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And the live recording is not bad, but until we get everything in the system, we won't be able to improve the quality a whole lot, other than we can maybe fix the balance a little bit by having a drum screen and making sure the guitar amps are appropriate with the rest of everything. But sometimes you can't hear the other instruments, and occasionally they're too loud, but sometimes you can't hear the guitars. Or last week we had Josh Flynn played ukulele and sang, and I couldn't really hear him. So I might go back in the back and do a little bit of sound balancing back there, because I have a more experience and a better ear than the people that are back there. Because I've done it professionally. I've balanced sound professionally.
That's awesome.
But I might go back there and do a little bit balancing every once in a while. I'd be available to do that, So that's just some changes you guys should be aware of, just from the worship team standpoint. One of these days, Aaron and Johnny will be back, recovered from all their sicknesses too. But it's really been nice having you guys there to fill in. You've really helped a lot. But it was kind of cool last week having a ukulele and guitar. That was different.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear the ukulele very much, even though they had him mic'd. But he didn't have a sound pickup in his ukulele. We just had to put a mic on it.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe I should look at the website. Have you already made some changes on it?
A little bit. Just the I added the Facebook link, and then the our journey scripture is updated now as well.
Okay. Did I send you that scripture from Genesis?
Oh, no, Genesis. I got one from Deuteronomy.
Which one is it?
The Lord your God has blessed you in all of the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast wilderness. These 40 years, the Lord your God has been with you.
Okay, yeah. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, we can add that on to Journey. I would add it on before the follow. You can put the follow me one underneath it.
Okay.
Because that's Old Testament first, then New Testament. So you can have both those under Journey. You don't have to take out the follow me and I'll help you fish for people. Have the Old Testament one, Deuteronomy, first after Journey, and then have the next one on there. So we'll have two scriptures on Journey. And then the Living Hope one is fine for the hope.
Cool.
I
Okay.
had forgotten that I'd sent that to you. I didn't realize that I sent that to you. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, there's not that much to do. I mean, you might want to change the logo a little bit, but
Yeah,
where you have it.
we'll make some, I guess, drafts of the where the logo would be on the header, and just give you some options to pick from.
That sounds good. Yeah.
And another thing to sort of keep in mind is once all this stuff is set up and we've taught you how to use the tools to be able to manage
Right.
well, first of all, have you heard of MailChimp?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure.
Okay. Don't worry about it, but there's a couple of tools that we're going to introduce you to that will help that will empower you to be able to have more creative control. Hey, Gene.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you guys? What do you got back there?
There's zombies everywhere.
They probably were playing that grand piano that's in their house.
Yeah, that nice grand piano I saw there. Woo!
My best friend.
Grand piano?
But yeah, just keeping in mind, man, that once we do get you empowered and you have complete creative control, you and your team, like we'll be on your team still, but we're more coming alongside you as we empower you. And once you have the reins on all this and you have understanding and you feel comfortable, that's when we can really actually get to work at what we are great at. And that's being a media company for you, so that way you can put billboards out there and you can put And what I mean by billboard is like everyone's on YouTube. So then putting things on YouTube that fits your brand and music that fits your brand and reminding people and building trust with people through podcasting and through short clips of messages that you have and through the storytelling that you do with the puppet shows, these little like short clips and stuff that we can be a media channel and be a way for us to outreach to communities thousands and hundreds of thousands at a time instead of door by door, because everyone's looking for the phone.
Yeah, you've got a much bigger vision than just getting a website up and going. You want it to be a media outreach, basically. I mean, that's my way of looking at it.
Exactly.
Which means you've got to have some content on there that people want.
Yes.
It has to be fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, it could take us a while to get there because we have to get people trained to produce that media, right? Use their phone or whatever,
You will be very surprised, man. We're going to get there sooner than you realize.
Yeah. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm pushing towards, it's not a grand opening, but kind of letting the community know with that mailer and the different things by Easter next month. That's what I'm kind of pushing for right now to get all that stuff done. I'd like to have a new sign. I'd like to be able to do the mailing and have our testimonies up on the website, but that's not going to be a problem once we get that to you. You guys are really good about getting stuff on there. There hasn't been a slow up on your end at all. I really appreciate that. You've been really good to work with.
Well, same to you. It's I appreciate you being prepared each time and having awesome ideas.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, when we do the mailer, I've got an idea what I want to do with the mailer. I want to have and they'll have a design person to work with me. But the guy I talked to today is from like Georgia, but he said, well, we can do this on a 2-week turnaround, which the other company said, oh, we're getting down there. We don't know if we can get it done. But what I would like to have is like a picture of Jesus, and it says Jesus Hope. Have our logo. It's a 6x8.5 mailer. And then I want to have, a link to our website, a little description, short description of what our church is. And then say, and then have a place on there that says, if our church isn't one that you think will meet your needs, here's a link to churches in our area. And then that would be the seniorpastor.com link, which is the Ministerial Association. So our first mailing, we can direct them. They can go to our website. They can check us out, the time of service, location, etc., our address. There's not that much on it, but Jesus is Hope, and then a link to our website and stuff, and then also a link to the Ministerial Association. So if they are looking for a church, this goes out right before Easter. If they're looking for a church, they can check out one of those other churches too.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of what I hope to do for the mailing. It's like, we're not just about going to our church. We're about the kingdom of God, and I can have confidence in those other pastors because I know them,
Mm-hmm.
So I want a pretty simple mailing. It's not going to have that much information on it, but it will be directing them to our website because they'll be wanting to find out more about our church, check out our services, what our services are like, if that's what they would like.
Yeah.
So that's going to be coordinated with what we're doing right now. And and then later on the end of the summer, we might invest more. We'll see. If we get people coming to church from the mailing, we might invest more. But also we have all this other stuff that's going to be going on this summer. And we can post some of that stuff, like what you guys are saying, when people are involved in doing stuff, like when we have our hiking ministries and stuff like that.
Cool.
We have if we had a get together around a campfire, we could take a little bit of that and have that on there, or something like that. I don't know. And if we see Bigfoot, we could have him on there. That would probably get a lot of views. Might want to fake that one. But we really did see Bigfoot when we were out on our church camping trip. He seems to be more comfortable with church people.
That's great. I love it.
But yeah, I'd like to do some fun stuff. That'd be great. Really great. So
There's just so much like artistic like God speaks to us in so many ways, and just capturing those in video or audio or written form and sharing it with the world is going to be amazing.
that'd be cool if people, when the Lord speaks to them, if they could just get their phone out and just share their heart, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could post that if they're willing to. I think that people have been a little reticent to give their testimonies, and I'm not really sure why that is, but we do have to have public testimony. I mean, that's the church.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we want to get the message of Jesus out there. And
As we see some of the videos too, they'll be more encouraged to start doing them.
yeah, if they see other ones, they see, oh, I don't have to reveal all my personal information here, you know? So
I think what it comes down to, because this is not something that we want to do just this one time. Like, as people come in, we're going to want to capture more and more of this, because let's say Susan, who just came into church last week, had a powerful moment with Christ, and you know, she's expressing herself in that moment. That one moment, unless we capture it, it's going to vanish. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might be another moment that was very similar that worked through her or healed a thing, but that other moment it's no longer there. So building a culture that is within the church that is the same culture we built, where it's like we love each other, we welcome each other when they come in, we give each other hugs, we give each other greetings, we give each other compliments. These are things we've built as a culture within the church already, that it wouldn't be far off to be like, oh yeah, after we're done praying here, you want to go talk to Josh or go talk to blah 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 about videoing this, because you know this is going to help millions of people, and we have 4, 5, 10, 12 reasons why this is so important. That's why we built the culture for showing love in the way that we do, because we've emphasized the depth of reasons why it's so important to have that culture. So it's just building the culture, I think, is all.
yeah, those are good ideas, I think, really are. Yeah. Well, you guys have done really well, especially considering your handicap of living among the zombies. The fact that you have COVID probably was helpful. Maybe they're afraid of fighting you guys, you know?
They're unsure, yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what COVID might do to them. Might make them normal, you know? Or maybe they look at you as weird and they think, if we bite them, we're going to become like them, you know? We'll no longer be zombies. We'll be the Christian people, you know? We're not the Walking Dead. We're the new life. I mean, nothing scares a zombie more than becoming a Christian, you know? To change from the Walking Dead to the living hope.
Living hope.
That's a huge, drastic change right there.
So I'm also making a couple more, like we came up with some images last time.
Uh-huh.
And I know you like to use it for your announcements and stuff, but this is the type of imagery that we could be putting out on YouTube with voice clips of part of your message, or
okay.
Music that was part of the worship, or you know, there's that one recording that we captured of Amber singing. I could be putting that on top of all of this stuff, you know. So here's a video, one of the videos that we could use, just like as someone walking through a trail. But I'm not going to post anything unless it's approved, you know. So I'll add it to the Google Drive, and then from there you can either upload it, or you can say we're clear on these ones or whatever.
Yeah. That's cool. Very cool.
Cool, okay.
Yep.
Right on.
I'll make a list of like role model accounts, like churches that are doing
some
interesting
references.
social media things.
That's a great idea. Anthony was looking through some of the local church websites, just in here, in Post Falls and in Coeur d'Alene, and he was just like, "Wow, man, we're we're so ahead of the game already." Like we're
Yeah,
already.
a lot of the website says, okay, come to our church. Here's what we do. Here's our service, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to have a little bit more philosophy of we really do want this to be something that touches your heart if we can,
Mhm.
not just come to our church, but check out Jesus
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because he has the answer. He's the hope.
Yeah, you're
Just
doing.
really do want to keep focusing on that.
It makes so much more sense to promote a way of life instead of a community of people. It's just
Mhm.
yeah, they're gonna bring. It's like you become more of an idea and a concept rather than a person at that point, and that's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I looked at the websites and they were nice, but I used to have a website like that. It mostly promoted events at the church.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to get out of that way of thinking. It's easy to kind of go back into that way of thinking.
Can be.
Yeah.
What
Living life together.
you've learned, like, out of my own curiosity, what is it you've learned about promotion and events, and what it has to do with what you're actually doing or the branding?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people in Post Falls that are just looking for a good church to be part of. It's just part of their lifestyle or whatever. But I just really wonder how much impact we're really having on people sometimes, because there's a lot of people that church attendance is not part of their lifestyle. So what I think is that one of the growing edges for me is that as you're excited about God and it kind of overflows out of your life, that's what people are really looking for. They're looking for some meaning in life, some reason why life is valuable, why it's fun to live, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They like to be around people that have that. And it can't be fake at all. It can't be a strategy or a manipulation or anything like that. It just needs to be genuine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to a certain extent, maybe we all have some consciousness of what we look like and how we come across and, that kind of thing. Oh, good grief. There's another zombie that joined you.
Before I say hi.
It looks like he's already made the transformation. Not zombie-eyed anymore.
I need reborn.
Yeah, he was reborn. Yeah. That's going to scare all the other zombies off. You're going to have to get a new background, man. So they're going to be really scared now. One of their own number has come out. Come out as a Christian. Yeah. With sparkling eyes, not dead eyes.
That's awesome.
Hey, Pastor Brock, I've been listening. I'm just kind of doing some stuff, but wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested. I know there's marketing and all that kind of stuff, and it's just really is communication, But when you say branding, I know what you're talking about. When you say branding, what you're really talking about is authentically communicating who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want to do. And we want to authentically communicate who Jesus is.
Yeah.
And so that's what you have to focus on.
That's why I really love the approach, but please, like, direct me, I really love the approach of scriptural pieces of art that, like, put an imagery of greatness up on the screen, like, this is a great image, just nature at its best sort of thing. And then something that Christ said, or a message that is being taught currently through Journey of Hope, like
Yeah,
that.
so you kind of like to be able to look at something that you can meditate on, and then there can be words with that. You want to do more of that kind of thing
I think,
instead of just worship services or whatever.
well, not instead of, but on top of, like
Okay.
we could post 2,000 posts this week, and it might not even like capture half the audience that we're looking for. But we would be definitely going the right direction if we were experimenting with different things and just doing what we feel.
Okay.
It would be more authentic to not hold ourselves back or overthink things.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a little picture. So like with that moonscape with the scripture on it and stuff, that's kind of what you were getting at there. It doesn't have to be a service, doesn't have to be a lot. It could just be something they look at for a second, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be the moon either. For instance, this has way more to do with the branding, and it's okay for me to do the mountainscape and then fail at it because that's gonna fail forward. We're gonna figure out what works and what doesn't. So that one, I agree. It didn't quite cut it, didn't quite feel right. So then let's get rid of it. Let's use a different music and let's use different art. Let's use "I Will Run to You," that Amber's singing in, and then let's use art that has to do with the cross and has to do with the journey.
So you're thinking about something that could have some music or talking or something on it that's fairly short, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Totally. 10
Like
seconds,
a minute for meditation kind of thing, or?
30 seconds, somewhere around that line. Like
anything to grab someone's attention and lead them back to your home base, which is the site where you can really teach them and like show them Jesus.
Okay,
Anything to
okay.
grab.
That's a new concept to me.
And the I guess to explain it a little bit more, intention comes out through all forms of art, no matter what. Like you can't hide your intention. You can try, but people are gonna feel it in some way, like you were saying. So the more art we can create without worrying about, we're more so focused on the intention rather than what is working or what's fresh on the internet or in the world. It's more about what's coming out naturally and authentically and capturing that and then putting it out there, because that's going to connect with other real people who are feeling that intention.
Okay, yeah. I'm not saying that when I say that it's a new thought to me, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm just saying that it's a new insight for me.
Totally, yeah.
That you could use that.
A really good example of the times we're in right now, it made me laugh this morning. I was talking to my good friend Cameron Muno. We were like always equal competitors at everything we did. It's hilarious. So we always laugh at, like the girl we liked in high school, both of us liked the same girl, like same taste and everything. And it was funny, like I was mentioning to him that I had thought about asking a girl out this last week because of the stuff she'd been posting online. And I didn't even like think about it until I was talking to him about it. But I met a girl a couple weeks back who gave me her number offline, like in person, and then I saw her online stuff and I was like, I don't know if I should text her actually. And I totally didn't text her because of her online presence. Again, didn't even think about this until today, but truly, like in an authentic way, she's telling a story online of what her life is like behind the scenes. So
yeah,
that,
I know. I don't know which ones. Well, if you're able to have a heart-to-heart talk with someone, you can get to their heart. But when you meet someone and you have a good experience meeting them in person, but maybe you didn't spend much time with them.
yeah.
And then you go to their Facebook site or whatever, and you see all this stuff. You're just asking yourself, who's the real person here?
Oh, yeah, there's that too. You want to make sure that it's so authentic that it feels the same as
You wonder, why are they doing this stuff? And then I asked the question, what's authentic? Are they doing this because they think that this will project a certain image that they want to project on Facebook, or is this coming out of their heart?
That's what Anthony was mentioning is like, we aren't dumb. Nobody's stupid. Like they can go on for 10 seconds and scroll through and be like, this person is just posting to be famous. They don't care about connection and real people. Like,
Yeah, if the intention is to cover up an insecurity, it's
obvious.
super obvious. But
Yeah.
people are still connecting with that online because other people have that same intention that they align with. But
like today I was watching a Twitch channel of a producer I like to listen to, and somebody came in his comments while he was live saying, they were like, make a beat, and he goes, don't tell me what to do, and he gets angry and like makes fun of this guy and does this whole like what's that called again, not burning somebody, roasting someone.
Roast.
And he starts roasting this guy in really funny ways, and someone comes in that says like, don't be so rude to this guy. So then he pulls up a video of another producer like totally being way more rude than him, and he brings it into this comedy thing, but he's authentic about his feelings and his emotions and allowing those things to flow the same way Christ really did, like going in the context of selling things in a church and flipping tables and being angry at these people and like calling them names and whatnot. It's like that was authentic of Christ to do that. And it's a great example for us to be like authentic no matter what's happening. Just have a set plan. Like, for instance, if on Wednesday nights you're meeting with Amber and Josh, then creating a culture where part of what you do is spend 10 minutes just filming the end of your meeting and doing like after you've been charged up, after you've been amped up, after you've been gassed up, and then being like, hey, we're going to pray for the nations right now because we realize what's happening, and be a part of a conversation. And all it is at the end of this thing, we've created an authentic way to communicate about what's happening in the world, and you get to choose what that's about, whether it's about a penguin who passed, who's like a famous person's thing, or my sister came in the other night crying about a puppy that got killed kidnapped and killed. And it's like, she's thinking about her dog, like how sad that would be, and it's like, it's okay to use whatever information you're hearing and to reframe it in a way that Christ would, and pray and give it up to God. And, it's just switching the way you're looking at it instead of being like, because we could also put it in the beginning of the Wednesday meetings and be like, we're going to try for an hour how to, be a part of a conversation with the world. And it's like, no. Let's just have a conversation with each other. And then at the end of this, after we feel good about it, I'm going to click record and we're going to have a prayer discussion about how God wants to operate.
Yeah.
Use that video. Maybe you do, but I think that if you could let it go and not even choose, but allow us to choose for you in that way, we might be able to see the art in it where you might not be able to,
Yeah. I'll give some thought to that. I'm connecting with that in one point. I wrote that a poem one day a week or so ago.
Turn that into a song.
Yeah, that one about hope. And one of my friends online who I've known over the years, he's about the same age as me, but he's another Free Methodist pastor. He's from exactly opposite politically from me. I'm kind of conservative. He's really on the liberal side, but we're really good friends. And so we've had discussions about issues and politics and so forth. And he has an idea in his head about me, apparently, and knows me. I thought he knew me fairly well, And then I wrote that poem and he wrote, I'm going to have to reevaluate what I think about you. And I thought, what does that mean? And I'm going, you mean he doesn't know? Because that poem expresses my heart.
Yeah.
And, I don't think he's ever seen me preach. He's never maybe seen me tear up. He's never seen me share from the depths of my heart.
Yeah, man.
I'm just this guy who has a different political philosophy than him, So I think that's what you're talking about, is if we can capture some of those moments, those are impactful and those are of the Spirit.
Exactly.
Or the moment when you said, I'm going to sing a song today. I teared up, you know, so that was real, man. And you're a great singer and you do it in a very like specific way, you know, and the emotion is very real. So yeah, definitely. You're on. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to be thinking and meditating on what you guys are saying. It's a different way of looking at media for me. It's quite a drastic change. And I think that not only me, but most people don't look at our online presence that way, as an opportunity to open our heart and let the Lord use us. You know, usually we're jockeying for position, or we're trying to get a viewpoint across, or
just information.
or we're giving information, or we're trying to get someone to do something.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
most of the internet, the way people think they're supposed to go about it, and the outliers, the ones that are just putting pure intention and not creating for the purpose of like they're literally just capturing what they would share with their family basically, or
Mhm.
those are the ones that are making huge impact online and helping or influencing like extremely huge communities like never before in history.
Pastor Brock, I feel like that's one thing that I'm just super passionate about with what you're doing is because you're so passionate about being authentic, and it's
Mhm.
your personality just hanging out around you. You know, it's like you're a pastor, but you're a great friend. You're a funny guy. You know, it's like you're being authentic and just being yourself. And I see that that's what you're really passionate about putting out online. And I don't know. I think of also the very, very simple things that can grab someone's attention and like change their thought process. And it's crazy how just a small 10-piece or 10-second piece of art that they might just flip through. Maybe they didn't see anything else having to do with God or anything in that time that they flipped through on social media or on YouTube or everywhere they are. Um, but I think of my experience when I first met a lady that God put into my life. She just said like a couple of very powerful things when I first met her. I was delivering food to her, and just because of that first small, simple thing that turned my attention to think about God, it changed my entire life. Because
Wow.
a couple weeks later, that talking to that same lady on the phone, I had my rebirth experience as I delivered food to her door, and she said something like to me. She said, "You know, I've been praying, and when I saw your name come up on my screen that you were the one delivering my food, uh, he told me that he wanted me to tell you that you're a spiritual warrior." It was a very simple statement, and I think about how that simple statement grabbed my attention, and like that's
Mhm.
all she said, and like, but because of the love that I felt through that statement, and just my attention going toward, oh, maybe God's aware of me right now, or thinking of God, you know, in that moment when I had not been, and just how powerful that is. I think some of these little pieces of art, just someone in this area who loves the outdoors and loves like the beauty of nature, see a small picture of nature and they see Journey of Hope in the corner. Like that very simple message alone could make them think, oh, I haven't thought about going to church in a long time. Like, or oh, God, like I should put more attention toward God, or I should try praying, you know? And then maybe they click on that and they're able to be led back to your home site where they can actually find hope through what you're offering there.
Right. Yeah. I really want to do that. I want to talk about, and it doesn't have, like you said, it doesn't have to be a one-time sort of thing. It can be whatever, however the Spirit leads me, and it can change, you know. I want to talk about how he brings hope to people. And I'd like testimonies on there of people who have been through it. Like you just gave a testimony of this lady who had an impact on you, you know, and that took like 1 minute, you know, for you to give that testimony.
Because we're just talking about it with each other.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're just talking about it, and there's like a whole cloud of witnesses. The Bible says listening. They mostly look like zombies behind you, but there's still a cloud of witnesses.
And we are alive.
Oh, yeah, we should use that for a background for worship. That would really help people get in the mood,
No,
wouldn't
it wouldn't.
it? Yeah. Well, this has been a good talk. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So, and you didn't even have to, because you have the green screen, you don't have to clean up your house now, which is thanks to me, you know. And as usual, you know, you guys, I'm so glad you got to spend some time with me. So we'll keep in touch next week, right? We'll work on it some more.
Yeah. Do you want to do the same time next week, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it works for me. I get back on Tuesdays from my meeting with the pastors. Oh, I don't know. Next week I have to go down over to, I have to go all the way over to Spokane next week.
Okay.
It might be better for me to meet later on. Do you guys have a 4:00 appointment every week?
No, just this week.
Yeah, we maybe make it 4 so I can make sure I get back on time.
Got it. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Awesome. We'll put it in our calendar. You want to add his email, brockhoyer@gmail.
Oh, to the yeah.
Yeah, just invite him. Cool, man. I'm
Did
excited.
you want to use Google instead of Zoom? Is that what you wanted to do?
No, that's just to put the calendar update up. That's all that is.
Oh, okay. It's just your calendar going out. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. You're trying to let technology organize you. So that's great.
I know. We got to be careful with that one for sure. Google could just,
Tells you what to do. Yeah.
you know,
Well, we need it, don't we? We need the reminders. I'm glad to have a reminder on my phone, you know. Says it gets a little tiring at times because I think I'm gonna take the breathe reminder off there. It's every 20 seconds.
I've heard minutes now. Yeah.
A reminder. I'm glad some things are automatic. That's good, you know.
That'll be the next generation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it tells you when to breathe. It's hooked up to your phone.
Well, I did want to go over SoundGen and a couple tools and stuff, but let's do that next time. Let's go over the
Yeah, we don't have to go over that now. I think what I'll do is try to find some time to look at some of the SoundGen tutorials so that we can use our time more wisely.
Okay, cool. I'll see if I can find some to send you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If you have a good one, you can send me one. Yeah.
So
Cuckoo. It was wonderful talking with you.
Yeah, it's good to visit with you guys too. Let me pray. I want to pray for you if I can.
Hey, I thought they were coming over here and I was gonna get to actually see them.
Oh, yeah, they didn't. They didn't take showers today, so they smelled. They wanted to Zoom instead.
You guys have that smell-o-vision over there?
Yeah.
That's why the zombies are staying away. That's pretty bad when the zombies stay away from you. You know?
don't eat them. They're gross.
Oh,
That's a wraith. That one is. That's the wraith.
that's
I want to pray. Lord, thank you that we can be together. We believe that your spirit can lead us, lead our thinking, and we want you to do that. And give us an opportunity this week to connect with somebody, our hearts, so that we can share your love that you've given us with them, and guide us in all our planning and things. You have a purpose for each of us here in Post Falls in this area. Help us to keep within that purpose and to keep aware of it. And thank you that we can work together. And we love being with each other and with you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right.
God bless you.
Stay away from those zombies. Love you, man. Peace.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Respect.